And the Dublin City Council paid for another 2 nights for me, and then I was thrown out there on Saturday, and now I'm the same again. Nowhere to go. The kids are back in school in 2 weeks, and I just don't know what I'm going to do.
You know, in September, the government are going to give 120 million euros back to people who have registered with Irish Water. Why are they going to do that? To try and diffuse a potential threat to their re-election prospects. 120 million euro would purchase between 500 and 600 houses, and we have almost 600 families living in hotel bedrooms. Every one of them could be housed by Christmas if we had the will to do it.
Try to wash my hands of you this time, but emotion led me to be blind. I know I'm not that strong. I'll carry on. Carry on.
The government have 1.5 billion to spare for coming up to the next election, coming up to the next budget, and they have decided that 750 million of that is going to be given back to taxpayers. Why? In order to soften them up for the election.
Prevention is a lot better and a lot cheaper than the cure, we would argue, both economically and on the person's mental and physical health. And I think if people had a right to housing, then it would be a lot harder for them to lose their housing and end up homeless in the first place.
Well, the government should do two things. It should increase the rent supplement so that families and individuals can afford to stay in their apartments with the increased rents being demanded. And secondly, they have to introduce emergency rent controls to prevent a landlord increasing the rent. The example I gave you, 950 euros up to 1,300 euros in 1 month. If they did one or both of those, you could reduce the flow of people and families coming into homelessness to a trickle, but they won't. Last November, the Minister Alan Kelly said he was considering rent controls, emergency rent controls. In June, he said he was actively going to introduce emergency rent controls. We've heard nothing since. That does not suggest to me a sense of urgency.
Carry on.
Wash me.